have a new background, and I bought a ring light. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Purl Scout YouTube channel. This is episode 2. I'm back. Is it real? Now that I have a ring light and like a cool new background. I am floored by how many people watched my video last week. It was last week. And I have all these bunch of new subscribers, so welcome. Before I get into intro and like all of that good stuff, because I was so frantic last week on my first episode, there were things I forgot to mention. Number 1, Black Lives Matter. Black lives will always matter, and do now. So if you have a problem with that, dip out. If you come into my comments with, well, our hobby should be separate from politics, like, you gotta go, I will put you on blast. If you want to have an educational conversation and ask questions that you shouldn't ask, POC or by POC, I'm here for educational conversations with you. Just don't be a troll. Like, devil's advocate isn't a thing when it comes to people's lives. Yeah. Number 2, J.K. Rowling is a piece of garbage. I don't understand the Harry Potter cult. I get it. It was a great series, book. It's fine. She's garbage. She's doing active harm. It's not cool. Make better choices. Yeah, I think that's all the things that I wanted to cover that wise. I keep touching my hair. It's so weird to have a ring light. Like, I feel like am I a real podcaster now? So like I said before, my name's Victoria. I am the owner of Purl Scout Yarns. I will pop in the link down below. I am a knitter and a natural yarn dyer. So I own Purl Scout Yarns. You can find me on Instagram at Purl Scout Yarns. I dye yarn based off of animated things that I love, mainly Sailor Moon. That's kind of been the forefront of a lot of my dyeing recently, and I'll talk about this later. I did an Adventure Time sock set pre-order, which is live right now. So I am in southern New Jersey. It's finally cool enough that I can wear my cardigan. Let's see if I can get my moon cardi on. Let's see. Ow. Can you see it? You can't see all of it. But if you were here last week, you saw me talk about it. This is my moon cardi by Ariana Fresca. I'll put it in my show notes below. My earrings are by I Play With Fiber, and I'll put her shop down below. Leah makes handmade beautiful earrings. I have 2 pairs right now, and she's having a shop update soon. That's all I'm wearing. I did change my hair. I wonder if you can see it better than last week, or maybe the ring light's kind of blowing it out, but it's pink. I used overtone and I really liked it. It smells like mint. You know how when you use like permanent dyes, they have like an ammonia smell? Well, overtone's just like a conditioner that like deposits hair color, and when it's done, I smell like mint. Well, not right now, but that's fine. Okay, whips. So I don't have any whips because I have been crazy like popping out projects. This is like, I guess, kind of a whip, but it's not on my needles yet, but I'll tell you about it. I'm gonna make another boyfriend hat by Purl Soho using my Sailor Pluto colorway. She's up in my shop. You can purchase her. She's got pretty speckles, and it's probably hard to tell with this light, but she's tonal. So she's got some yellow and light and dark greens. I made a boyfriend hat from Purl Soho for my partner for our anniversary. I'll pop that photo in when I talk about it. But I'm making this for my best friend Jess. So if you're watching, now you know what your birthday gift is. They're a very near and dear friend of mine who, when I dyed this up, I showed them the color and they said that they really loved it and really loved green. So I'm going to cast this on probably tonight. And it's really quick to knit. I think I talked about it last week. 1 by 1 ribbing goes by really fast. But yeah, I don't know. Can you see the pretty, like, oh, it's so pretty. Look at it. I love it. These like speckles. This is all naturally dyed. Can you believe it? I make Sailor Moon colorways that are naturally dyed. I love it. I dyed this with, I'm thinking, Fustic, Fustic, I don't know how to say it. It's Fustic. And then I over dyed it with, I speckle it, then I over dye it with chlorophyllin. Chlorophyllin is in like, what is it called? Nettle pot plant. Basically, it's like whatever compound from photosynthesis. This is a trash job of me explaining it, but whatever compound that plants do with photosynthesis that gets like that lovely green, I have in powder form that I can dye. And so I over dyed it and I got this. I did a terrible explanation, but I think you got the gist. Literally all I have now started because I have some exciting news. Let's talk about finished objects. This is the boyfriend hat I talked about last week and was talking about before. It's by Purl Soho. I'll put it here and down below. I would put it on, but I really like how my hair looks today, so I'm not. So I will pop in a photo here, what it looks like on. I knit this with leftover Miss Babs Yummy 2-ply yarn that was from the gray in this cardigan, and I held it together. So I had 2 cakes and I held it double. I think I used size 3 needles, and because I held double and I didn't use the lightweight that was suggested in the pattern, it was a little bit bigger than I would have liked, but when I make myself one and make my best friend Jess one, I'm going to use a size 2. So I'm going to do the small, and this is the smallest size. So I held double with fingering and I knit the smallest size and it still was like stretchy. I mean, ribbing is really stretchy. Let me see if I can put it on. It's cute, right? I have to make one for myself. I have Miss Babs like pink left over and like a darker pink that I think I'm gonna hold together and marl it, but it's cute and slouchy. So yeah, finished hat, and this is what this will become, and then eventually I'll make myself one. Okay, are you ready for my, I think this is my last, yes, my last finished object. This is gonna be kind of a shorter one because I don't have a whole lot. I've been doing a lot of dyeing. But are you ready? That's right. I designed my first pattern. And it's Sailor Moon. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? Sailor Moon. This is the Magical Girl cowl with Sailor Moon's scepter. And it wouldn't be a Sailor Moon cowl without stars. And there are a lot. So I'm gonna, with the power of editing, pop this on for you. Boop. Cute, right? It's so cute. A little drapey. But I think that's fine. So I knit this, well, first of all, my friend Harper, which is Disyarning, helped me. I did the chart and I sent them a million photos of the chart, and they helped me with my first design. So thank you, Harper, for that. I love Sailor Moon so much, and when I look on Ravelry and out into the world for Sailor Moon patterns, I don't see what I want, which is like this. right? And like sweaters and cute hats and socks. So I've taken it upon myself to design them myself. This will not be the only Sailor Moon pattern you see from me. Surely will not be the last. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to talk about it. So this pattern is in testing right now. I handpicked my testers for my first design just because I really wanted people that have designed patterns in the past to take a good hard look at my own pattern writing. So it's knit in the round and it's not intarsia, it's entirely color work. You can see. So because floats are so long, you end up having to catch every 5 stitches. I did ribbing at the beginning and at the bottom. It is knit. I used my own yarn. So I used fingering weight. It's an old base, an old starry fingering weight base, which was a traditional superwash. I have since then transitioned to eco process superwash, and it's not as stringy as like the traditional superwash. I learned recently that, and this is since I've started dyeing, that I really don't like yarn at any ply that is so highly twisted that it feels like string. And that's what this old base is. So I kind of just wanted to use it up, and I wanted these colors for the cowl. I think if I knit it again, I'm going to use a bulkier weight. But yeah, anyway, so I used, the pink color is my Magical Girl colorway, and the purple, like the lavender, is my Diana colorway. Both are available in my shop. I have this set to release October 25th, and I'm gonna put together bundles. So here's how that's gonna look. I am gonna put together bundles of different weights, and the price of it will also include the pattern. So it's like an all-inclusive sort of bundle. I'm gonna announce them in 2-ish weeks once I have a general idea of like what yardages for bulkier weights, because I knit mine in fingering and I have that, but I don't have all the others. So bundles. But the pattern will still be available even if you can't/don't want to purchase a bundle. I have never really been much of a Ravelry user. I am surely not much one now with the accessibility issues. I'm not trying to play games. I'm not trying to support a company that's not really super into accessibility. So it will be on my website. And Ribbler, which is like a new fiber website that has come to fruition. And that will be, their website is going live to the public October 1st. And then my pattern will go live October 25th. So it's going to be on 2 platforms. I encourage folks, as always, even if you can't purchase indie dyed yarn or my yarn for the bundles, whatever you have, use when this comes out. I just want it knit. That's all I care about. I don't care if you're using acrylic. I don't care if you hand spun it. That's great too. I really just want folks to make it. I want to see Sailor Moon into the world. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think my next design is going to be a sweater. It's a big jump, but I always like to do the hard stuff first. When I started knitting, funny story, when I started knitting or learned to knit, I knit 2 scarves and then I jumped right into sock knitting. I didn't do anything else in between. It wasn't until recent years that I started doing things like hats and shirts. I really wanted knitted socks, and so I learned to knit them. So yeah, I like to jump to the hardest thing. So naturally, after a cowl, you design a sweater. I had 2 exciting opportunities to work with amazing people One of the first opportunities I had was I did a trunk show with Wild Hand, and I'll put their information here and down below. They're my local yarn shop that I'm a teaching artist at. So last year, I think it was this year actually, I taught a sock knitting class. And in November, I'm teaching a virtual 2 at a time sock knitting class. So you can join from anywhere in the world, anywhere in the States, to learn how to knit 2 at a time from me. And you'll never want to knit a single sock again. It's going to be magic loop. So if you don't like magic loop, it won't be for you, which is fine. I'm not a DPN person. So I'll also put that down. I said here, but you need the link. So it's going to go down. And I'll link you right to the workshop that will be with me. So if you're interested in that, take a look at it. But I got to do a trunk show, and it's up there virtually and in person. And so some folks got to squish and like hold my yarn in person, which is exciting. And then I had a very big and exciting opportunity to work with Romy Hill of Romy Hill Designs. I put together some shawl kits for her re-release of her High Sierra shawl. Those are also up in my shop. So when you click the link to my website, check out the yarn section and you'll see. I put together 4 High Sierra shawl kits. And they're all Sailor Moon themed because who doesn't want a Sailor Moon shawl? Very on brand. Stash acquisition. And I'm very excited about this one. So, it's hard to hold all of them at the same time and get you to see the label. And it's probably backwards and all messed up. But how beautiful. This is from a new dyer called Foster's Fibers. And I saw this and I knew exactly what I wanted to make with it. And this is their colorway Teal Death Do Us Part. What can we talk about? Oh, it's probably hard to tell. It's kind of blowing it out. Let's do the makeup thing. Maybe back here, is it better? Yeah, a little bit. You can kind of see the different tonals. Oh, I love this so much. So to go with my new not purchasing traditional processed superwash yarn, I purchased this, and this is a 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It has cashmere in it. Can we just... It's so good. So I am going to make a piece of silver, not a shawl, sweater. Piece of silver sweater. And it's cute, and it's a high turtle, like fold over neck with like 3/4 sleeves, and it's cropped, and it's really cute. And I think if alternating these, it'll pool really, really beautifully. So if you haven't heard of Foster's Fibers, their link to their shop will be down below, and I'll pop in their Instagram handle. And Christy is a gem, and she custom dyed a sweater quantity for me, and I'm very excited about this. I can't stop squishing it. I've actually never knit with cashmere before, and this is a perfect first baby, and it makes me want to dye cashmere. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Okay, so stash acquisition. Okay, so let's talk shop updates, things coming down the pipeline. So today, when you see this, which is Saturday, this will have happened yesterday, Friday. So Adventure Time pre-orders are live. I designed 5 sock sets with my eco-processed merino fingering weight yarn of 5 different Adventure Time characters, and I really love Adventure Time a lot, and I don't see it done very much, and I wanted socks. I'm really craving socks. So I put together sock sets, and they went live the 25th of September, and they will stay live till the following Friday. So you have a whole week to shop that pre-order. So it'll be a 3-week turnaround, maybe sooner. I have plans on getting them out before 3 weeks. I always allow 3 weeks in case I get a huge influx of orders, and so it just gives me time to not rush through them. So they're live. The first one, actually I have them with me. I should just show you the 2 that were already, revealed, and then I'll talk about the last 3. So I have, oh, I love these, and no one's bought them yet. So if you like cinnamon bun and tree trunks, look, this is cinnamon bun, which I don't know why I put the band on, because I have to make minis to go with this. It's fine. But this is cinnamon bun, and so it's like kind of washing it out. It's kind of hard to tell. Cinnamon bun, and maybe you can tell a little bit, is a gradient. So it goes from his darkest, and maybe I'll pop a picture of what he looks like in this vicinity. So I dyed it from his darkest. Oh no, this is not cinnamon bun. This is, y'all, I'm gonna rewind real fast. I was like, this doesn't look like cinnamon bun. This is oddly really red. It's really red because this is a pretty mistake I made when dyeing up a different colorway. This is Barnhouse. This is a, I can't believe I messed that up. This is a one-of-a-kind. I was like, this doesn't look brown. Like, did he darken or something? This is Barnhouse. So I was doing some test experiments for the sock sets, and I got this beautiful, like, rusty Barnhouse red, but it just wasn't what I wanted for the sock sets. But it's still beautiful, and I would love someone to have it. So it's called Barnhouse because of the rusty. It's not coming out as red on camera, probably because of the light. But it's like a, think of like a really old Barnhouse, which is why I named it that. This is up in my shop. There's only one skein. This would make a beautiful like fall project. It's on my fingering base, which is an 80% eco-processed superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's 420 yards. It is a 115 gram skein. They're a little hunkier. It's just the way that my supplier winds them. So usually you'll see like really long skeins. These are a little chunkier. Okay, so we're now actually gonna move into adventure time because I have the right skeins with. See, so much better. This is cinnamon bun. So, and I think it is, oh, it is showing up on camera. This is cinnamon bun. I will actually pop a photo of him in this vicinity. But I really love this. So cinnamon bun is dyed with his darkest to his lightest, the icing of him, right? And I used a new to me technique, which is dip dyeing, and I'm obsessed and want to dip dye everything now. And his 20 gram mini is Tree Trunks, who is this beautiful limoncello yellow. Okay, so my sock sets are one full 115 gram skein and then a 20 gram mini skein that will be for heels, toes, and cuffs. So your full skein would be cinnamon bun and your 20 gram mini would be Tree Trunks. I love this. And right now the most popular bought is like Marceline and Princess Bubblegum, which like makes sense, and I will keep a set for myself. But like, how beautiful is this? Like I usually have not dyed like very neutral tones, right, as of yet. But like, oof, I got these spot on and they're beautiful. And I've been practicing my skein showcasing. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Presentation. So it's all tucked in and like, look at, oh, so pretty. But also, can we just talk about this beautiful limoncello yellow? Like, I will be keeping a skein of cinnamon bun and I will be making socks out of these. So if you want tree trunks and cinnamon bun, it's in my shop. Pre-orders are live. Let's move into the other preview. Marceline. So, until recently, black has been a really difficult color to get naturally. However, thanks to a good friend, we have figured out how, and so in the future, I will be able to get some black. But before that, I wanted to capture Marceline's black hair accurately while also getting her like green, blue, steely color, like of her skin tone. So, what better thing to do than marled sock yarn? Can we just talk about, maybe if I pull it, there's like a sweet spot where you can see like kind of that it's tonal. So I did some over dyeing and it is a tonal like green blue, like steely green blue, and it's marled. So, oof, it's non-superwash, but it has some nylon in it. And what better than my favorite gay couple, PB and Marceline. PB is a magenta bubblegum pink, princess bubblegum, right? And this, so Marceline will be your full skein, and then your heels, toes, cuff will be PB. And I think they're gonna make really, really cute crew socks. I was really inspired by Leo and Roxy Company and their marled sock sets. So they were doing plain marled sock, which is usually just white and black with like a colored skein. And I thought, what a great idea. I can over dye it for what I want. So you'll get like black and blue and then add pink. I'm so excited. I will also be keeping a set of these for myself. And then the last 3 sets are Finn and Jake, have to, Meow and the Lich, very excited about that, and BMO and Hot Dog Princess. So Finn and Jake, Finn is going to be your full skein, Jake will be your mini skein. Meow and the Lich, Meow will be your full skein, the Lich will be your contrast. And BMO and Hot Dog Princess, same idea. BMO will be the full skein and Hot Dog Princess will be your contrast color. And that's it, that's all 5. Oh, I'm so excited about this pre-order. So my idea with, after the sock sets have gone out, everyone's received them, kind of how I'm doing pre-orders is I will put a vote in my Instagram stories after everyone's gotten it of which ones they would like to see as permanent in the shop. I'm thinking as full skeins, but possibly offering them as permanent sock sets. I haven't decided yet. I've been thinking. It's mostly because I have to hand wind the minis myself because my supplier doesn't have eco-process minis. So we have to see. But anyway, we'll vote, or you'll vote, and the stories on what colors or colorways from the sets you want to see as permanent in my shop. So that'll probably happen end of October, and at the same time, the end of October, you'll vote for the next collection. So before I was doing it where I would pick it, I would just throw up random things. And while that's fine and dandy, I kind of like this idea of like a collection and then you picking what you really love that stays around. And you know, whatever I like to. I might throw cinnamon bun and tree trunks as full skeins because they're beautiful and I really like them. But at the end of October, you'll vote for between 2 collections that I'm feeling. So I'll choose the themes and then you'll vote between the two. And then the first Friday of November, pre-orders will open. And I'll probably do 5. 5 seems to be my sweet spot right now. 5 colorways. And then it'll be offered on all my bases. And right now I offer Fingering, Sport, Worsted, Chunky, and my Eco Moon base, which is a 50% recycled wool, 50% tencel. As of soon, when I put my next shipment order in, I will be offering BFL, Blue Faced Leicester, and I'm thinking mohair. I might do a small order of it and the next collection offer it and see how well it does and then sort of go from there. I like mohair. I haven't knit with it, but I really want to, and I want to knit with my own stuff too. So I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, so Adventure Time sock sets are live. If you love Adventure Time and you purchase a sock set, tag me when you get your set and your socks. I'm really excited to see what people make with them. I think that is everything shop-wise. I also have, I showed you last week, but there are colorways in my shop that are permanent always, like constant. And I have some stuff in stock. It's always available as back order or like dyed to order. They're colorways that I really love and that also do really well. And so those stay forever. I think that's everything. Yes. That's all like shop update stuff. Oh, you know what I wanted to show you because we're on the Sailor Moon kick together? I want to give a shout out to Fate's Thread bags. She makes the best bags in the world. I've said it. I own only her bags. Can we talk about this Sailor Moon print? It's a 2 at a time convertible sock bag. So inside there's like a there's like a divider that you can push to the side if you're not doing 2 at a time socks. But I finally have a Sailor Moon bag and I'm so excited about it. It's very cute. And while it's here, because I literally have all of her bags sitting right here as I was going through like different things. Look at this Kodama bag. I really love Studio Ghibli too, and I want to dye more Studio Ghibli colorways. But look at this. And then one of my favorite TV shows of all time is The Office. Who else loves The Office? Can we talk about this? They have The Office characters on them. So if you don't follow Fate's Thread bags, you should, and I'll put again up in here and down there. I think that's it. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something. Oh, you know what? Questions. I didn't really get a whole lot of questions, but I can put them here too. Let's do this. So I like answering questions. I like giving questions. I gave folks a question last week, which was, what is your favorite weight of yarn? And a lot of folks said fingering weight, which is funny because it's also my favorite. And when I started knitting, I heard a lot of back and forth about how people hated fingering weight because it was too thin. And I'm obsessed with fingering weight. So, question of the week. What is your favorite thing to knit? Do you have like a comfort knit? Do you have a comfort crochet, a comfort project, whatever your craft is? I love knitting socks. They're like I haven't knit socks in a while, which is surprising because I've been pretty busy with other things. But they're my comfort knit, and I really love knitting them. And I don't think I have a second one. I mean, I love knitting everything else. I've been really into like sweater knitting recently, but socks. I can take them everywhere. They're portable. I have so many knitted pairs of socks. And then for next week, I want to answer some questions. So if you have a question for me, leave it in the comment box below. and then I'll write them down and answer them on the podcast next week or the week after. I haven't decided a schedule clearly because I just popped up this week. I think if I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about, which I have, I'll come on and like record a podcast. Ideally, I'm trying to do these on Fridays. That's when I have the most downtime from dyeing and like other computer work. But yeah, if you have a question for me and you want me to answer it, put it in the comment box below and I'll answer it on the next podcast. If you like what you see, you should hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. It helps me get more folks to see the podcast and share the fiber love with the world. But yeah, thanks for coming again. I hope you enjoyed this new setup and like the ring light. I feel like a real professional right now. But yeah, see you next time.